Donald Trump is losing every last piece that he has left up there in his brain over on Truth Social right now. So grab some alcohol, some popcorn, and whatever mental health medication you think you might need, and join me as we take a dive into the spiraling mind of a lunatic. 7:19 p.m. I'm getting ready to be fair but critical of Comrade Kamala Harris. Okay, you've already failed. My play-by-play will be on Truth Social starting soon. 7:31 p.m. We've assembled a small group of people, great patriots all, and we're currently watching her puff piece. Oh, okay, so fair, huh? 7:32 p.m. Here she comes into the arena. 7:33 p.m. I'll be doing a call-in to Brett Baer and group after her speech. They'd like to know what I thought of it. I will be very honest in my assessment. Oh, good. 7:34 p.m. Too many thank yous too rapidly said. What's going on with her? Oh, sorry, you're not used to this because people were cheering her for a very long time. And so she was saying all those thank yous and, because she wanted to talk. So, but the audience wasn't letting her. I know you're not used to that. So 7:35 p.m. Where's Hunter? What? 7:36 p.m. Walz was an assistant coach, not a coach. Okay. She's talking about how great San Francisco was before she destroyed it. Probably not a good idea. Okay. 7:41 p.m. A lot of talk about childhood. We've got to get to the border, inflation, and crime. 7:49 p.m. She talked about the rule of law, but as borders are, she allowed 20 million people into our country, many of them criminals who are maiming and killing our people. 7:49 p.m. Why didn't she do something about the things of which she complains? Oh, we're channeling our inner Shakespeare there? Of which she complains? 7:49 p.m. The chaos and calamity is allowing our country to be infiltrated by millions of criminals. That almost came off as like a poem almost. Why do you capitalize so many random words? 7:50 p.m. Peacefully and patriotically! 7:50 p.m. These prosecutions were all started by her and Biden against their political opponent. Me! 7:51 p.m. Oh boy. She paid and raised bail to get the violent rioters in Minnesota out of jail! Tim Walz let Minnesota burn. Kamala Harris bailed out the ones who lit the matches. Okay. 7:52 p.m. Is she talking about me? What gave it away, champ? 7:54 p.m. Oh my god, my vocal cords. Lying again about Project 2025, which she knows, and so do all Democrats that I have absolutely nothing to do with. 7:54 p.m. She said, chart a new way forward, but she's had 3.5 years and has done nothing but harm. 7:56 p.m. She's talking about the middle class, but she's the one who broke the middle class and made it unsafe and unaffordable. 7:57 p.m. She's projecting an opportunity economy, but I created opportunity zones, the most successful economic development policy in years. Again, the capitalization I don't understand. 7:57 p.m. She will obliterate Social Security and Medicare by giving it away to the millions of illegal immigrants who are infiltrating our country. 7:57 p.m. She said she's going to lower the cost of housing, but houses were more affordable under Trump. Also, why didn't she do it? 7:57 p.m. Again, no specific programs. All talk, no action. Why didn't she do it 3.5 years ago? You've made that point a few times already. Oh, this is a big one. This one was at 8:01 p.m. Everybody, Democrats, Republicans, liberals, and conservatives wanted Roe v. Wade terminated and brought back to the states. That is not even remotely close to being true. Like Ronald Reagan and myself most believe in exceptions. Now the people are voting, which is the way it was supposed to be. I do not limit access to birth control or IVF. That is a lie. These are all false stories that she's making up that I've never even heard of. It's just words coming out of her mouth. Oh, God. I trust women also, and I will keep women safe. She won't, because the invasion of our country and our open border is destroying the lives of women and the families and jobs of African Americans and Hispanics. 8:03 p.m. She wants to spend all of our money on illegal immigrants that are invading our country. Oh, God. 8:05 p.m. The border bill is one of the worst ever written. Would have allowed millions of people into our country, and it's only a political ploy by her. It legalizes illegal immigration and is a total disaster, weak and ineffective. She doesn't need a bill. As President Crooked Joe and her could have just said, close the border, like I did. I didn't have a bill. I didn't need a bill. The Border Patrol respected me. They did their job. We had the safest border in recorded history. Also 8:05 p.m. She just called to give all illegals citizenship, say goodbye to the USA. She is a radical Marxist. I can't do this anymore. 8:06 p.m. NATO wasn't paying their bills. Almost every country was delinquent. When I said, if you don't pay, we're out, the United States is tired of being a sucker, the money came rolling in by the billions, and I saved NATO. 8:06 p.m. Russia-Ukraine would have never started if I were president. She was sent to try to stop it. Putin attacked 3 days later. Does he ever stop? 8:06 p.m. She hates Israel! Wouldn't even show up to Congress for Netanyahu's session. It's not good that you housed him at your house, Mr. Trump. 8:08 p.m. She caused the attack on October 7th. Iran was broke! Didn't have money for Hezbollah. Who wrote this one for you? 8:08 p.m. The tyrants are laughing at her. She's weak and ineffective. And for 3.5 years, she has done nothing except enable them to get strong, rich, and powerful. 8:08 p.m. She stands for incompetence and weakness. Our country is being laughed at all over the world. That's because of you freakazoid. 8:10 p.m. She talks about other countries' borders, but nothing about our borders. 8:10 p.m. She's done nothing for 3.5 years but talk, and that's what she's doing tonight. She's complaining about everything but doing nothing. She should leave the speech right now, go to Washington, D.C., close the border, allow fracking in Pennsylvania and other places, and start doing the things she's complaining about aren't done. 8:11 p.m. Do you need to go pee or something, sir? She talks about compassion, but doesn't talk about all the people she's allowed into our country. 43%, oh, for fuck's sakes. Increase in violent crime nationwide, 60% increase in rape since she's been borders. Our crime has gone through the roof. She cheated on jobs, 818,000 to make our country look like it's thriving. Inflation has got like us. Oh, come on, 8:12 p.m. She has led us into failing nation status. Daddy needs a drink. 8:12 p.m. She didn't mention China. She didn't mention fracking. She didn't mention energy. She didn't mention meaningfully Russia and Ukraine. She didn't mention the big subjects of the day that are destroying our country. There are 60 million people in poverty in the U.S. under their watch, and she doesn't even talk about them. 8:13 p.m. There will be no future under Comrade Kamala Harris because she will take us into a nuclear World War III. She will never be respected by the tyrants of the world. Okay. 8:14 p.m. This is the worst season of 24 ever. Look, it's crazy Nancy Pelosi looking on saying, "Where's Crooked Joe?" Felt random, okay? 8:20 p.m. Thank God, this is the last one. I'll be going on Fox in a few minutes to discuss Marxism in America. Remember, folks, he was getting ready to be fair, but critical. That's my review of this. I hope that was fair.